Good morning, Lexington Park. Hey, I'm going to do something a little bit different this morning, and I'm just doing a training for your office. This month I'm working on our buyer presentation, getting it recorded through a video format so that we can take some of the tougher subjects and get them out to your USAA and NFCU, in fact, all of your buyers, and get them out before they're assigned to you. Things like buyer broker agreements and making sure that people are pre-approved and just trying to set us up for a little bit more success by having those things sent out and having it sent to them so that when you broach the subject, it's something that it's not their first time of having gone through it, and hopefully helping them understand why we're asking for some of those things. So rather than rush through that so that I can meet your training deadline, I thought, you know what, I have one of the best branches in the entire country. I don't get a chance to say thank you to you guys in person enough. I hope you understand why that is. You have an absolutely amazing leader who really doesn't need my help. And on top of that, you guys just flat out get it done. And I'm going to show you that just how flat out you get it done. And so, I focus on some branches and some places where, we have some room to improve. And of course, we have room to improve everywhere, but you guys really do a pretty amazing job. I want to share some of that with you and say thank you. Hitting some really quick things. These are the numbers again. We're up 35% this year. We closed more transactions already this year than we did last year, all of last year. These numbers are almost silly, guys. And if you look at October, it's just unbelievable. One thing that I brought up with our operations meeting when I sat with them is, normally it starts to slow down a little bit this year, and sometimes that's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. Things are really still going out there. I know you know it. I bet we're all tired and feeling it a little bit, but let's get it while the getting's good. It's really good out there. Keep pushing, keep hitting it. We're really close to hitting some pretty impressive goals overall, and just great opportunity for us to seize the market. Want to hit one of the things that I share at every operations meeting is our conversion. There's just obviously you have customer service and honoring the source and all these different things. But if you don't if you don't work with buyers and sellers in transactions, you don't get a chance to do any of those things. So if you look at the top, these are the Maryland numbers. These are USAA buyers where we're currently at 37%. We moved up 3% from the month before. If you look at our NFCU sellers, we moved from 21% the month before to 27% in September, and that's a one-year running average. If you see the numbers in bold down at the bottom, that's where we started the year. We had a merge with Century 21 Associates, and we had some data and some things that I'm not even going to explain because they're boring, but basically we started out kind of with an artificially low number, but the value of Century 21 New Millennium and what we do is really proving itself out. If you look at those types of moves up from the overall numbers, got a lot of people down in Texas at USAA and here in Virginia for NFCU who are scratching their heads and saying, how do those guys get this done? And it's no secret to me, we have the best agents in the entire company. Remember these numbers though, because I want to show you your own scorecard. Couple of things that I could specifically ask for from your branch. We have an opportunity to pick up an extra point and through the fourth quarter USAA Diamond, and it's basically capture of the mortgage through the honored source. Our overall number for the company was 49% for September, which was a big drop for us. Not for you guys. You guys in Lexington Park hit 60% in the third quarter. That's our goal and our number that we're looking for. So phenomenal job by you guys. And all I ask is keep doing what you're doing. It really will make a difference. It will help us win the business, secure the business, and make sure that nobody can even think about coming in and, thinking about competing with us on this. I want to say a special thank you to Chris Hill. We haven't done as well on our overall AGR program this year. I've got a lot of ideas to try to help improve that and to make it something that makes sense for you for next year. But I want to thank Chris Hill. We sent out an all points bulletin. We needed an NFCU AGR, and boom, that day Chris Hill says, hey, you know what, I think I got somebody, and I believe, Chris, that you're going to be closing on the 18th. So thank you so much. Um, I'll ask again because you guys are the branch that can do it, and I'll show you that as well. I need one more. If I can find one NFCU AGR, one, believe it or not, with the size of our company and the goals and everything else, one more means points for us in our race for platinum. So if anybody's working with somebody who they think might be an NFCU member, talk to Mary Lynn, see if we can get them registered into the program. You know, think about your internet. Who's clicking on your internet sites? That's the #1 place to look. Those people are not as loyal. They're clicking on 1,000 things. You know, asking them about their membership in these programs is a way to tie yourself into them. I get the referral fee side, I do, but you know, with that particular type of person, you may not have the opportunity to talk to them again, and this is a way that you might be able to reel them in. Some administrative items. I don't have a lot for your branch, and that's because you all do an amazing job. But I just want to say a special thank you to Cassie and Nicole. We ask for an awful lot of things, and they have so much to do beyond just business development. So I don't think we get to say thank you enough. And I don't know if they're there in the room, but if they're not there in the room, would everybody please make sure they go out of their way to say thank you. They do a really great job. It's just amazing what they get accomplished. I wrote customer service. I'll show you your scorecard. It's one area that we can focus on, and so we'll hit that when I show you the scorecard. One reminder as far as dates, on the 27th of November, which is our normal scheduled A-team, we'll be doing the Fall Affinity update. I'm going to take the Fall Affinity update tomorrow. We were supposed to take it as a webinar for the whole company, and it looks like it's scheduled for about 2 hours. I'm going to take that. They're going to send me the slides. Since we do our training all throughout the year, I'm going to hit just the key points. I think there's actually some pretty significant updates that are coming, really great programs and things, some tools from USAA that I think you're all going to really like. But this is a required training, so if you're not going to be able to make it on the 27th, please get out to Mary Lynn right away so that you can make the training up. We'll have that training. We should be available sometime in by mid-November at the latest. It really depends on when they get me the slides. So we'll try to get that done for you on the 27th. Hope everybody appreciates this was a training that used to be, you know, 2 or 3 hours where you had to drive. So I hope everybody, though my trainings and watching video slides are probably not the most exciting thing in the world to do, hopefully they're better than getting in a car and having to drive all the way over to Alexandria. So we try to do the best that we can for you on that. I want to show you really quickly your branch scorecard, and this may look familiar to some things that Mary Lynn shows you. Mary Lynn, you know, is an amazing leader, and that goes without saying. But one of the things that impresses me is, you know, as a president and an owner of a company, she allows herself to be managed on this. And Mary Lynn's been, you know, been involved with Cardis long before I got involved with it. She knows what she's doing, and yet she takes the time to sit down with me because this is what I'm thinking about. And so I remember about 1.5 years ago, we looked at the scorecard and it had a lot of yellows and reds on it, and Mary Lynn just couldn't possibly fathom that her scorecard would look that way, and decided that it would never look that way again. And boy, did she make all the right moves, because I think I showed you those conversion numbers at you know, 30% was good. Look at yours. This is a 1-year running average, and 67% of every buyer that's come to Lexington Park has either purchased or is under contract. That's just unheard of. That's not just USAA and NFCU. That's everything that we've sent to you. 67% of those buyers are finding the right transaction through the great services that they're getting from you. Awesome. And in fact, 59% overall of everybody, buyers and sellers, are either a contract or a pending sale. And 43% of our sellers are under contract or have bought something. 43% is a yellow number, but we set ourselves pretty high goals. I can tell you that that's very one of the higher numbers in the company. So we know what's possible, and we're going to keep shooting for the high goals. Um, we ask for a lot of things, and it's tough. But I hope that everybody looks at those numbers and says, "Boy, if we can take 67% of our buyers and get them under contract, then the things that we're doing are making sense." As we scroll down and look at the other things on the scorecard, on our honor the source side, we're at 55% over a 1 year running average, and as I mentioned in the third quarter, you guys hit your 60% number, and I'm really looking for that again in the fourth quarter. And I know, again, it's not the easiest path, but it's the right path. I think of John Carney, and I think of him as, if you just had a local loan officer who was giving you 186 buyers every year, 67%, of which you were doing a contract with, a transaction with, you would do everything you could to make sure that that person was successful. And that's the way I think of John Carney. And that's the way, in USAA, it's a really big company. It's a giant ship. It's not located in our state here, but John Carney is. And if everybody could think of it that way, I know that you do, because you do an amazing job. Hit your 60% number. You guys, anything that we ask, you get it done. So, thank you, and let's just keep that up. It's really making a difference for our company. If we add in our first county mortgages, we're at a 70% capture on the mortgage side, which is phenomenal. 75% capture on the title side, also really excellent. On the quality service side, for our return rate, about 29% of the people that we've done a transaction with over the last year have returned their survey. So we can do a little bit better there. I also know that's a cumbersome process, the mailing of the survey and the timing that takes. In fact, the timing to get it back, sometimes there's probably a lot more people that have actually filled the survey out. We just haven't gotten it yet. So keep asking everybody, keep pushing, politely and nicely. You've given them great service. You deserve the return. Our number is at 83% of the people rated us as very good or excellent. 7 people over the last year didn't say that we were a 10. 7 people. But unfortunately, we just don't have enough of the other people saying, "Hey, these guys are 10s," and we are. So you deserve to get that return. Get the return. Ask. I will tell you that USAA is close to an electronic survey. The target is January. Certainly within the first quarter of next year, the survey will be coming electronically, which would make things a lot easier on everybody in terms of explaining it. And the survey will show up within a day or two of the closing, and it should really help us quite a bit. On the friends and family side, you guys are very, very consistent. We're at 58% of our goal for the year. We've had 11 settlements in the branch out of the 19 that we've asked for from you. I don't know where we'll finish against goal, but I can tell you that you're just very consistent at using this program. And, that's what I see as being my job, is to teach and figure out how can we do more of this, because I think it helps us expand our presence, not just to make the goal and hit our requirements for A team, but to make money and to be a different type of real estate agent that people would look at and say, this is a whole nother, this is just a next level of people. They not only can provide an amazing services here, they can provide them anywhere in the world. And any kind of real estate service that I need, that's who I'm going to go to. So we're going to keep working at that. On the agent-generated referral side, when I said I can ask you guys, I meant it. You're at 133% of the goal for the year. You've got 16 settled versus we asked you for 12. So you really did doing quite a, pretty amazing job, really, and really appreciate, everything that you do. I understand this program very well. I understand. I try to think and be in everybody's shoes. Again, I've got a lot of tools I think that will be really helpful, and things that we're going to do to try to help you for next year on the AGR side. Really put some things together to help you reach more people. Not to put the existing people that you know into the program, but to reach and use those brands to get to more people, to build loyalty with those who are on the periphery of your SOI. and it will make perfect sense to use that, and that, that's a win for everybody if we can get more customers because we had these brands, particularly I believe in the internet world. So more to come on that, but phenomenal job overall. Thank you to everybody. Have a wonderful day, and remember that we've got our training on the 27th of next month. That's required and mandatory that we have to get that certification. And if anybody knows that one NFCU AGR, you are going to have a fan forever. And so, anybody that can think of anybody really would appreciate that. That's going to help the entire company. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.